Welcome to Trending Tuesday. Welcome to 2021. Happy New Year. Today I have a special guest. I have Jesse, the CEO from Doctegrity. Thank you so much for joining today.
Thank you for having me, Mary. Happy to be here.
So tell me a little bit more about Doctegrity, yourself, how you got involved.
Yeah, so we kicked off the company, and many of us really came more from the people operations world, talent acquisition, talent management, the PEO world. I myself, really, when I lived in New York, I ran the IT side of talent acquisition for Merrill Lynch, moved out to the West Coast, ran contract labor recruiting for Walt Disney, and went to work for Adecco, world's largest staffing company. And we just saw more and more people not taking advantage of the health insurance, and people missing time, people leaving jobs because of it. And they went into healthcare probably about 7 or 8 years ago, and teamed up with people a lot smarter than I am, and basically we knew that we wanted to come up with a benefit that was very usable for employees. That's really where we came from, and to leverage this new technology, which we all fell in love with, and we said it's just got to be leveraged the right way, and we knew that there was an opportunity to do this better.
Awesome. So 2021, new page, new year, COVID-free. Just kidding, we're not COVID-free. So what trends are you seeing that are going to impact 2021 specific to employee benefits?
Yeah, so unfortunately, COVID did not go away with the ball dropping, like everyone was kind of hoping. But yeah, I really think that, obviously virtual healthcare, telemedicine is here to stay. If you were to ask people in 2019, what's telemedicine? You ask 3 people, you got 3 different answers. And I think for us, I mean, that's big. So people are really accessing telemedicine pretty regularly and freely now. The next thing is the increased need for mental health therapy. So EAP can kind of only take you so far, and it's really that next level, like speaking to a therapist, that short-term ongoing sessions with the same therapist is big. It's really important for people, and we saw it expand to financial issues, legal issues that we provided support for as well. Medical bills that people just stress out about how they could handle it. So we help to provide all that support. And the last area, which I really think is kind of interesting, is in 2020, you might even hear in the back right now, my kids are here, like and dogs coming into Zoom calls, and this is just part of it, because it wasn't working from home, it was pandemic working. And there's a staunch difference. Right. I really believe that people really kind of had to work from home. But at the same time, I think companies saw that they were still getting the desired results if people could work from home. So I think we're seeing that kind of worked into some of the perks and benefits, as well as just this now, okay, some people may want a hybrid, but some people may actually want to work from home, which again is very different than being forced to in pandemic.
Not the luxury life. Yeah, right, with the kids and the dogs and all that. Yep. That's not what you're anticipating it to be like. Makes sense. So looking back, let's do a little reflection. 2020, what were the calls coming into Doctegrity looking like? Why are people reaching out to you?
Yeah, well, on the mental health side, unfortunately, it was, in the last quarter, a little grim, but, not that we're the suicide hotline, but calls to the suicide hotline were up 600% in the last quarter of 2020. So for our side, we did see a big uptick in people who have struggled with addictions in the past and struggling again with addictions, relationship issues, people that, we're now stuck at home, and, we got a lot of great memes out of it, yes, but nonetheless, I think there were some, more serious issues, and even some lighter ones that just people weren't used to, being stuck in this environment with people that, they may have been living with for years, or, raised as kids, and now they're, at home all the time with them for months, and how they deal with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the telemedicine, yeah, exactly. And on the telemedicine side, I'd say it's just anything related to COVID, because every symptom was a suspect, right? If people sneeze, is this COVID, right? So it's just dealing more with those. So if I had to kind of bucket that, I would still put it under the COVID kind of realm, even though it may have been flu, allergies, strep throat, whatever it is. But it still started with that COVID concern, just because people were concerned about that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know that I get looks when I sneeze because of allergies at the grocery store. So understanding that in advance really helps. But
it's good way to clear the aisle. Good way to clear your aisle for yourself.
I know. It's all for me now. No. So you talked about COVID, and I understand that you guys now offer free and unlimited testing for COVID. Tell me a little bit about that.
again, being employer focused. So when COVID kind of hit, kind of March, April, we launched a COVID self-assessment in our app, which is great. But we knew that there was a need, and in many cases, companies needed resources of where to send their employees. So now we provide free and unlimited COVID testing. So people can just let us know.
Amazing.
We ship out the test. They swab their own noses. It's just around the nostril. It's not the back of the brain kind of swab, which is good. And they FedEx it back, and we get results to them within 48 hours, which is great. We handle all the state required reporting and everything as well. So we have a great partner there that we've used. In some cases, people are testing their employees weekly. Daycares, restaurants, those type of environments.
Wow.
Restaurants, hotels, hospitality. They're very big on testing regularly. Nursing homes, home care type as well. So that's been very big for a lot of employers.
For sure.
And depending on the state, they, for OSHA regulations, they may have to identify a testing solution, and we fulfill that requirement. We're just, again, trying to be that easy button for employers to use.
Which I didn't even know was a thing, because I don't know if that's necessarily a thing here in Ohio, but I have many companies that are multi-state, so that's really important for us to know. Interesting and amazing. So it's so hard to find COVID testing. I swear it took me a long time, and I know a lot of people are looking for that, so that is awesome. So final question, no copays. How? Tell me more.
So no copays. Our whole purpose was to get people to use our service. We didn't want to have these deterring consult fees, copays, whatever you want to call them. Like many health insurance plans include a telemedicine solution, but quite often there's some sort of consult fee, $40, $50, and they've paid for months of our service for that one visit, and that's months of our service for the whole family. So we really have a little bit more of a Netflix model. Our doctors help us out a lot in terms of, they may have day jobs, but they have some extra spare time where they'll see our members, and it's usually at a little bit of a lower rate, which is nice. And we pass those savings on to our members, the employees, basically, where they can use it anytime. I think that people hesitate to get care either with the doctors or even the mental health side because people don't want to spend the money or they're not, sure about it. There's a lot of confusion around mental health too. Like if your foot hurts, you go to a podiatrist, you kind of know who to go to. Mental health, it's a little bit grayer. You do Google searches and it's tough to find that person who's the right fit. And for us, we have such a large network of therapists that we're dialed into. To get the right person is definitely a big value add. But it removes that deterrent of using it by having no copays, having it all kind of baked in. And like Netflix, so you can see as many movies as you like. It's the same thing. There's no bills or anything afterwards. Awesome. It's very seamless. So I think the employee engagement for us is key. So we stick with that theme.
So in a nutshell, Doctegrity, telemedicine, mental health support for your employees, no copays, free COVID testing. It can't get better than this. Any last words?
You're hired. Yeah, I think this year with our mental health aspect, I'll kind of revisit that. People can, if employers just want the mental health piece, we can provide that. They just want telemedicine piece, we can also provide that. But COVID testing for everybody, because I was unfortunately very sick with COVID in June, and same thing. I think people should have access to the testing. But we added some financial and legal support as well, medical bill, advocacy as well. So a lot of things that we made sure that people have the support they need. So yeah, that's it.
Well, you guys heard it here first. If you guys need a telemedicine or mental health option, we know where to go. Jesse, appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a great day.
Thank you, Mary. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.